Hey friends, welcome back to another installment of RD's Coach's Corner. In today's Coach's Corner, we're covering how we couple the right entry point with systematic progression to make sure fear and arrogance don't sabotage you along your fitness journey. What the hell do fear and arrogance have to do with the training program? We're gonna do our intro thing, and then hopefully I can answer that question for you. Welcome back, friends. When analyzing gaps in a client's program, do we start with movement patterns or strength exercises? It depends whether fear or arrogance are holding them back. At RD, we train real people. The majority of our members are regular people over the age of 35. They aren't freakish athletes and they aren't getting any younger.
How rude!
So pretty much everyone will have gaps on both ends of the spectrum. The movement stuff is all the same. We're going to perform a functional movement screen, address any mobility or motor control deficits, and then set a performance goal that's the terminal expression of the qualities we're working on. Connecting with the client and choosing the right entry point is the tough part. So where do fear and arrogance come in? There's a sweet spot with training. You consistently ask for advice from a coach, sit back and let them guide you from a tactical standpoint, while you constantly improve your nutrition and movement skills and leave everything on the floor when you're training. Even those people that seem to just crush life with ease don't live in the sweet spot year-round. We tend to drift towards one extreme or the other, letting fear or arrogance drive our process. Fear interferes with people that deal with pain, have failed with exercise in the past due to discomfort or an injury, or people that just don't have much, if any, exercise experience. At RD, this can happen with total beginners or experienced professional badasses when life gets in the way. Arrogance, and before anyone gets all sassy, arrogance can simply just be an exaggerated sense of one's own abilities. From a training standpoint, it can mean that your mobility, motor control, and movement skills have not caught up with your intense drive, which results in people pushing too hard and getting hurt. Before I show you how each can help a coach communicate with clients, let's go through specific examples to give context. Meet Maureen, aka Agent Zero. Agent Zero's representative said that she was unable to perform her exercises on camera because she's just too busy out saving the world. So Coach Jenna will be her stunt double today. Agent Zero is dedicating this summer to getting strong as and working on improving her body composition. She got rescreened recently since she'll be upping the ante with her workouts. Her functional movement screen showed an asymmetry in her shoulder mobility and rotary stability. Her shoulder mobility cleared after a few minutes working on a movement drill, so our primary focus will be based around improving her rotary stability. We'll work on improving her motor control with a breathing emphasis from the ground up. When her strength program was analyzed, there were 3 obvious gaps. 1, she doesn't currently perform any overhead exercise. 2, she struggles with the ultimate sandbag press out split squat, which we use as a prerequisite for the DVRT max lunge. And 3, she has always struggled with single leg deadlifts. Now, you know so much about Agent Zero's training process that you're a cool t-shirt and a few training certifications away from being an RD coach. But just telling her what to do is not enough. We have to explain why, and we have to make sure we take the right approach, bottom up or top down. Agent Zero, like most people, lives on both sides of the spectrum during different points in her training process. She's coming out of a stressful time of year, so she's a bit overwhelmed, and she has dealt with some discomfort in the recent past. So right now, we'll need to communicate with Agent Zero like we would a beginner, because she feels like pain has caused her to hit a bit of a plateau in her strength gains. Before anyone goes all movement police on us, Agent Zero has been assessed by a qualified medical professional, so we're not going outside of our scope of practice here. In order to meet Agent Zero where she currently is from a mindset standpoint, we're going to educate her why we're going to repattern motor control from the ground up with an emphasis on breathing and static motor control of the shoulder. If she can gain the ability to breathe in all of these drills, Then she will build a strong foundation to eventually earn the ability to perform the max lunge and single leg deadlift while setting the stage to reintroduce overhead exercise in the future. As Agent Zero starts to feel better, she'll most likely start to trend away from fear and toward a slightly elevated view of her own physical abilities, aka exercise arrogance. When this happens, and trust me it will, it happens to all of us, we'll make sure to switch our conversation to a top-down approach. If the single leg deadlift is the terminal exercise for her to express rotary stability, then we would simply explain how close she is to performing that exercise. Simply avoiding the single leg deadlift, taking one step back, and getting hella strong at the kickstand deadlift while spending a little extra time in quadruped and kneeling, and using the standing cross crawls active recovery, she'll be able to kick her own ass safely.
What the hell are you doing? I'm kicking my ass, do you mind?
Moral of the story, whether you're new to this whole exercise thing or you crush it in the gym on a regular basis, make sure you get a movement screen done, analyze the gaps in your training program, and work with a coach that knows how to connect with you and will meet you where you currently are, both physically and mentally. Thank you for joining us for another episode of RD's Coach's Corner. Check back next week as I prove that I have exceeded my genetics, because I'm gonna share my feelings. And I'm gonna share some of my recent fitness struggles and what I'm doing to overcome them. Please take a minute to like, share, comment, subscribe, follow us on all the social media things. See you next week, friends. We really appreciate your attention and your support. We're going to do our best. Fucking crap, this is gonna be a shit show. Welcome back, friends. Deficits? Fucking shit. Coach, go. Sit back. In the sweet pot. Fucking shit. And let's grow. I can't. Said that you will be dedicated. I can't. Declared. Press out squat. Split squat. 0. Adjacent. Blah, 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 blah. Back neck. I'm gonna leave it. I'm vowing today to stop doing this at the end of Coach's Corner. Don't be a liar, Ed.